Right, first cast here of mine, of the bo3 Cup. We're having here only French team against a top 10 Chinese team. I'm afraid I cannot spell the name of the Chinese team, and yeah, neither the French team, but since it's the only French team, I guess it's fair enough. Axis is really going straight forward here. Already picking two doctrines, like, I guess they definitely have a solid game plan about that here. And yeah, quite to my surprise, there's fortification doctrine, which is not a doctrine I would really expect, but yeah, we will see how that turns out. On the other hand, the allies are quite insecure about their strategy now. Stark here going for some conscripts, Tree going for rifles against two KW players, so gonna push very aggressively, that's what I would expect. Or not capping the ammunition yet, which I would call is quite unfortunate for the Fusilier player here, since it's a very ammo demanding doctrine, getting those very expensive upgrades with the G43s. This player here, really straightforward, going for the Kubo, not expecting Valstark to go for like the penals or the scout car. Quite a bold move, I guess. It's all or nothing, I would say. Very interestingly, he's going first very aggressive, fast forward for the fuel, then turns instantly middle to take over here the VP. Well, it seems that Tree isn't really trying yet to regain the fuel. He might be going for the fuel now. Yeah, as you can see, the ammo disadvantage is quite well displayed here. Like, there's quite a difference in terms of the ammo income. And yeah, there's still yet no intentions to be seen acquiring the ammunition here. Instead, they double down on Valstark, forcing him to retreat his entire army. Acquiring the fuel here, getting secure over this corridor of the map here.
Grenadier, ready for action.
And yes, if they both wanna like push now Tree out of his fuel, really using that momentum of forcing back Valstark's army to like get their hands on the other fuel yet again. So there's some really intense team play here. A lot of communication. Yeah, forcing Tree away and sending the Pioneer to decap the fuel yet again. Well, Valstark is also back on the table here, decapping in the meantime the other fuel. Finally, the ammunition has been acquired here by the Kubo, I suppose. Some early Molotov upgrades. Still no doctrine chosen yet. No, they're not cheating. Those two players usually stream on Twitch, not on Twitch, on the Chinese streaming portal, so it's all good. But yeah, one of them used to play with a cheat quite a while ago. But yeah, seems he's not playing with him anymore, or at least for now. So here we have it, first upgrade with the Fusiliers. Threat pushing for the cutoff to decrease yet again the resource income of the Allies team. I would say you can expect the Chinese team to perform definitely better at their axis. It's like their strength. And yeah, you can see that by the map controls. So far they're doing quite well. But yeah, also on the other hand, like I would say this team is rather strong at their allies as well. So it's like basically both teams playing out their strength right now, like their favorite factions, I suppose, being allies and axis. So in game 2 we're gonna have quite the opposite. Both teams playing their weaker according mirror factions. Yeah, you can't reinforce, but yeah, you still managed to push back. Fusilier player here. Got some very aggressive tier 1. Placing it straight on his cutoff to prevent like any force to push and cut him off from like possibly full cutting. Getting that snare. He won't be able to follow it up and to take down the Cuban. Interesting black decision here. Since Valstark already tagged for the ATG. And we see our first victim, the ambulance, pulling down for the increased side of the Fusiliers. Then again march straight for the enemy cutoff. Kind of similar plans here of both teams. This guy trying to protect his cutoff with the tier 1, while Tree tried the very same with the ambulance, being a bit more vulnerable but more mobile with it. Overall, I would say the almost first 10 minutes rather go the axis. I should have had overall the high fuel income compared to the allies counterparts, but yeah. In terms of VPs, they're also slightly ahead. Nothing too bad now though. Usually allies takes their time to get into the game. First miss of the ATG here. Interestingly, this guy decided to get his T1 into the base and not here at another cutoff of the map. Connecting one hit to the AA. The follow-up ground attack.
Support gun ready for action.
Guards coming out, so we have our doctrines now. It's got multiple coordination tactics. Valstarker and, as expected, tactical support company for Tree. Soviet players still unable to connect the Sys gun to the AA. Quite a misfortune, I guess. Yes, Valstark now finally got his grip on the fuel here. Got quite the tools to hold it for a moment at least, with the ATG and the MG supporting. So we As we can see here, allies getting later into the match, getting out their tools. The MG, AA
Gun is ready for action.
definitely helps them in coming back into the game. As you can see, MG getting force retreated here by the officer. Fusilier is quite a pain to deal with for the US player. So that the League managed to push out the MG and thus Axis regaining fuel control. Alright, we're getting another MG, I guess to counter the force retreat of the officer. On the other hand, Valstark already having 2 Zis guns. One Zis being able to hit, it's going straight for another Zis gun in the hope of being able to deal with the AA. Maybe if he can connect 2 shots, 2 lucky shots, he might be able to take down the AA. So this player is quite aware now of the danger. Playing now way more defensive with the AA. A lot of suppression here from 3. Yeah, the amount of MGs backed up with the AA really helps him to have the control over this area. Connecting 1 shot, marking. Stunning and marking here by the button vehicle ability. But yeah, definitely the smoke bear to help the AA to get out of this serious threat. Oh, this could be some fatal misplay here, yes. Losing the Cubo, just losing Cubo map pack to locate location of enemy support weapons. Quite a fatal loss for the Axis.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Axis right now really struggling with the amount of support weapons and light vehicles. No obers yet, no upgrade yet either. A lot of manpower here. It's definitely up to something. Oh, that could be a fatal misplay here, going that aggressively in. Yes. Maybe a misclick, can't tell. With players obviously playing with a League, especially since there's 2 MGs here with the USF player. I think the timing of the guards is quite alright. Yeah, that's a risky play here. Might lose the MG, but it's quite fortunate here connecting 2 Zis artillery barrage shots in a row. Might lose though the ATG in return. actually manages to swing away. And we have it, artillery barrage. Probably imposed by the officer, major, obviously, yes. Going straight for a spot here, it's quite a risky attempt to the game. It really feels like he's lacking that anti-infantry capabilities. Not being able yet to acquire any M19s, which is very, very unfortunate for being 60 minutes into the game. Rather spending that ammunition like on the major off-map artillery barrage. But yeah, even though not using the M19s, quite able to deal very well with the Okinawa player in terms of map holding purposes and resource income. Stuck on the hand, really struggling for now. Well, you could tell it's quite even on this side for now. I'm trying to get rid of that sandbags here.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
Probably being more able to have the control over the map by like very effective AI usage so far. Just really slowing down Valstark and like being able to push. And we have it, the P4. Which is quite an unfortunate timing here. Having to deal already with the T-34-85, a bounce, very lucky bounce here and another miss. Would have taken out the P4, but as how it is with the 85, it's always a quite gamble in the P4J in general. Even though there's a 85, this guy very straightforward, also going for the P4J. Doesn't really care about the mismatch he imposed by the 85. Starka even almost having enough resources to get out possibly another T-34 or a caddy. Which could be a quite good decision here against all those support weapons. Having 2 AT guns. Defense of the P4J here. Quite absurd play here, going in with their tank. Just quite low. Team sides are chosen now. Allies team communicating to focus probably for the rest of the game now rather on the middle VP and this side. So as expected on this map, usually it focuses in the end really on that center side of the map. Center VP timing decides the game. especially since allies are quite behind with the VPs. They really have to start focusing now on that. Stopping losing any more VPs. Being like already in a bit of a serious threat here to lose the game early on. Some very good shot here of the Scott. Yeah, managing here to get a lot of kills. Another miss here from 85. And here we have it. Very greedily going like from Scott already into Calliope, rushing forward, probably going for that base barrage, which it seems this player already expected. Yeah. Fleeing to his teammate's base. Probably managed to see that tree like Calliope by that model or the very high side of the Fusilier. Or maybe even the P4. So now allies really having the grip on the map. OPW players with a very sufficient BP lead. So we definitely have the time to get back into the map, maybe getting some LFH later on. Could turn out like to be quite effective here in the middle of the map. In the meantime, this player rather focusing on draining down resource income for the allies. Which would be a very, very slight advantage here. With the capping yet again. Unfortunately, P4 here not being able to deal any serious damage. Could have possibly wiped that Maxim. P4 going in for that secure of the kill. Turned out to be quite unnecessary. In the end, the snare, he really securing the kill. Alright, here we have it, first caddy. 23 minutes, quite late. Allies here quite in danger, if you would ask me. Very highly investing into indirect fire and rocket artillery, while not having like any defensive capabilities in terms of stopping the serious threat of the tank. Bouncing off the shot. Really lacking that ammunition here, requiring the piercing rounds, not being lucky enough to secure the kill. Seems that 85 kill really secured here for the allies, the momentum again to get their hands on the middle VP. Yeah, here it is, LFH. Supposedly there to really train down that allies' manpower and capabilities to push the middle. Already down on 3 kills yet in the first barrage. Quite a lot of manpower here from the Fusilier player. Quite a lot of fuse wall, but still not deciding to take like any investments here into his army composition, which is quite capped, quite low compared to his teammate at like 70. Oh, JT, alright. I don't know about that JT. I feel like the JT is not really necessary in this scenario here, but maybe he's gonna prove me wrong. Well, possibly sorted by that model here. But sometimes when infantry dies to indirect fire, like you have that models which are still alive, so you can acquire some vision on the map. You possibly saw it with the P4. Alright, JT coming in. Taking out the Captain here, destroying it as well. As you can see, allies here very strongly playing on rocket artillery with 2 Calliopes even. Just trying to delete Axis infantry to stop their capabilities of acquiring rupees. Oh, some very deadly barrage here, taking out 1 unit. Luckily the officer at least survived. That 5 having like great utility and yeah, side as well. Yes, well, it's quite a risky movement here, but since this player doesn't really invest in any mobile tanks and plays quite passively around with the JT, he doesn't really display a great threat to his Calliopes in terms of diving and taking them out, so I don't think it's a that bad decision. It might look quite odd, but considering the circumstances here, it's not as bad as you might think it would be. Like, the JT doesn't really threats the Calliope. PTRS, God's still alive though. And as you can see, the Fusilier player is like quite struggling with Calliopes. He's like really bracing down his side here with the fair amount of MGs, support weapons, AT guns. Getting the YP, possibly, yeah, getting another YP on the OKW player. Like you can quite impressively like see here the strategy of the US player. Like he figured out that the JT won't be of great use here. That's quite a lucky shot. The JT won't be of great usage here if like the player here cannot maintain his infantry units. And the JT won't have any impact on wiping out rifles. Luckily though, his teammate here rather dominating the other side, supporting him, because otherwise I think this player would be in a rather bad state here of the match. Yeah, it's hard to flank on this map though. But yeah, his teammate is very supportive in flanking here. I'm also very surprised about the decision here to go with JT, especially since this player has also pack 43. So you might also just put down some pack 43 here, so the other player like rather insist on yeah, just spamming Panthers or something to push those nasty Calliopes, which actually displays such a threat to his infantry. Yes, not very close range Calliope barrage. Not being able to take down that freshly rebuilt Fusilier. So Fadi Caddy, for the amount of being in the game, barely able to have any impact on the game. Yeah. Black is quite alive, yeah. That's fair enough. Yeah, it's, the Axis here very highly investing into anti-tank, but there's a really serious threat here posed by the allies in terms of tanks to punching through alliance. Like, I don't know what the purpose is of this AT line here. It's not gonna stop the Calliopes, right? Yeah, Calliope's getting another wipe on the over. Quite expensive. Not connecting the shot here.
Vehicles can be marked and targeted. Panzer IV deployed, awaiting orders.
JT so far also not really having any impact on the game. It's like Axis is what we're struggling the most with is like their own decision making of unit composition in this game. Still they are very sufficiently leading here in terms of VPs. Very based on the rather, I would say, skill mismatch from this side for this match. Yeah, as you can see here, a very high kill count of that AA, greatly impacting the game. Probably unit of the match so far in terms of its performance, because Clyde is also not doing too bad with like more than 30 kills in total. This player really likes to do that flanking maneuver here, which I very like. It's really like using the range of the map here very well. It's not just like straightforward pushing into the Soviets' lines here, which are like a lot easier to defend that way. I'm always going without resources here. Able to see the mines here, but not really trying to dismantle them. Well, now very well played, indeed. Yeah. Also, simply invested so highly in those very expensive units in terms of CP. Like the JT, they're really struggling to add any more units to their army composition, to their very misfortune here. So he is very stuck with his JT, and now he cannot really adapt in the opponent's armies because it's really lacking that CP capacity here. He might get off a shot, missed. Quite unfortunately missed at Calliope. But yeah.
Enemy forces are attempting to capture
Maybe a
our
wipe
territory.
here, yes. Little misplay here of the OKW player, which is probably just gonna rebuild the lost CP with maybe even something fairly better. I wouldn't say the JT limits the USF in any way. JT is quite a poor unit against the USF player, per se. Even against Scots, it doesn't do that much. You're really gonna have JT Panther army composition being able to connect the shot with the JT to then finish it off with the Panther. And unfortunately this player axed both of it. He decided now to get another P4. So he's now really capped at his army composition. But yeah, still 2 P4s on that of like a huge threat. Like he could go for some dive, yes. But since we have here rifles and 2 ATGs, both like highly vetted, he might lose both P4s in that dive. Like he doesn't really have that critical mass to be successful with that dive, and he also sort of lacks the infantry support to punch through this line here, clearing off the AT guns. Quite dangerous, especially since those people also fairly play well in the team. T-54, 85 could be also very great help to stop any dive here. The KTVO is gonna should help him now a lot by like winning the game here. Since the Soviet player he is not really going for that very heavy rocket artillery build here. KT would be a very good choice here. Since this guy really struggles also to deal with OKW players infantry and the P4, having already 36 kills by now. So now we have it. Going for the dive now. It's all or nothing. But yeah, he failed at diving. Oh, and here we have it. The first regular tank. A Sherman. As you can see, there's not much room here left for any more units. So now we have here quite fairly strong unit composition. This Axis player really failed at like trying to stop the USF players of getting all the tools to like being able to very well like being able to defend its indirect fire, and now with having the Sherman being able to block off any dive, it's gonna be even harder to deal for the OKW player here with the JT, with any of that indirect rocket artillery and yeah, the Scots here. Which obviously is still all of no advantage if the Soviet player here cannot get his hands on the middle VP in any way. He's like very struggling here with it. KT and P4 plus the AA in highly battered league. Plus the LFH being on 16 kills already now. Me getting deleted here. Probably already a while ago, but to be fair, I think Soviet here rather going for the front doctrine in this matchup. Also not utilizing it to the very best, I'm afraid. Double that free ATG here. Or might, yeah. Getting his hands here on the Uhu. Actually, this guy on a very poor army composition right now, losing that one P4 somehow, I don't know where. Probably with the Sherman diving here or something. I mean, obviously it's looking very well in terms of VP for the Axis, but yeah. This player struggling a lot with the USF player, which is now like rather trying to focus now on the middle and supporting the Soviet player. I wouldn't say it's over yet. I mean, it's looking very good for the Axis here, but this player really having some troubles with his opponents here. Using quite a lot of units. Oh, another Calliope barrage here, which might at some point take out the tier 1 here, throwing back this player even furthermore. So the Axis plan here at this point in the match is basically to secure the KT with the JT in terms of tank hunters, and then secure it furthermore against AT guns with leaks and LFH support, which seems to work out quite fair enough here. Against a weaker player, I guess. Oh. Some very strong connections here to the KT and Tree going in, taking out the UV yet again. No, not the UV, what died here. The AA, right? Yeah, AA finally died. Allies for not having any abilities in terms of whatever, like strays and such, loyalties. So it's even not that big of a deal for the Axis here. It's rather giving up some more capabilities or bring some more units here on the field for this player, who is getting indeed the JP4 here. How many cavalry kills yet again? Let's see. 30, we have 62 kills in total, quite impressive. Two Shermans here. It's quite funny, like, it seems like the US player transforming his very heavily army based on rocket artillery now himself on like going for a dive here, like turning it around. Quite changing the core of his army and its purpose. figured out that both Axis heavily investing on tanks here. Single heavy tanks, so actually Shermans just might be able to do it, to swarm the JT and the KT, taking them out. But unfortunately, Valstark really lacking any tanks to support the efforts, yeah. If this guy would have by now like 3 T-34s or something, then they could just go for a dive here, taking out possibly the JT, the KT, and maybe even the Stuka, but yeah, that's not looking very possible here. Yes, well, it's rather Shermans versus the JT here. Since they're cheaper in PopCap and fuel, it's not that bad of a choice. Another unit dying here for the cause. Oh, yeah, another wipe. That's the only way they could come back into this game. Just trying to get that vibes with the Calliopes, training that huge manpower pool of the Axis, deleting that highly vetted infantry. So Axis shall not be able to regain control of the VP. It's quite funny how the map here is shifted. We're having on the one side the USF here pushing this player basically back to the base, and quite the same situation on the other side. Yeah, they would really like to kill those AT guns, but unfortunately they aren't able to do so. And you can really see that Axis is struggling so much with maintaining the infantry here. Actually, we can expect now the Allies to have actually some quite decent comeback. Since both Valstark and Tree are like very formidable on like their infantry counterparts, having 3 Shermans now. As foretold, Tree is really going for their dive army composition here. It's very insane. He has like those 3 MGs securing the side of the map with the 2 AT guns, preventing any dive, and in the meantime getting himself 3 Shermans as well. He's really trying all here to carry the game, and he's really doing well. And even though his teammate is quite struggling a lot, but he's having both cheap cons and the amount of cons to keep pushing that middle VP. Yeah. One Sherman going down here, but so is the Vet5 P4, which is quite a serious loss here for this player, using such a highly vetted tank. Paying though with 2 Shermans in the end. Yeah, 1 Sherman on HE. I guess a little misplay here by Tree. So, still taking on the P4J though in the end. And we will probably soon see another Sherman joining the battlefield. This guy heavily floating, though not deciding yet to get another tank. Oh, they might... Oh, another Another Volkswagen going down here at 5. As you can see, Axis is becoming here very desperate with trying to getting the control here over the middle VP. Losing another Raketen. They might be very annoyed by how the match is going, since they really struggle to deal with the rocket artillery and like to deal with they're really struggling to keep their infantry alive. And like as I mentioned, what is the JT and all the tanks, what are they of use if you don't have the infantry to maintain control over the VP? And as you can see here, the huge advantage of the manpower, the buffer, like all the resources they had, they're just gone. 2 Stukas here. Taking down 80, but doing really well here, dodging those Stuka barrages, getting another infantry unit here. Forcing off the enemy, the VP again with the caddy. The ATG is very desperately hiding here on the edge of the map.
Panther, ready for action.
Yes, we have the first Panther of the game at 50 minutes, to our surprise. Quite crazy, if you would ask me.
They have 10 points remaining.
So it's 8 VPs now, but Allies yet again able neutralize the VP. And the Shermans, oh, hitting a mine, that might be one Sherman going down here. Yes, JT connecting the final shot. Yeah, he was probably aiming to go for those Stukas here. 3 Stukas. LFH had 41 kills. Very crazy. So both teams now decided to invest heavily on rocket artillery. Yeah, after 50 minutes again deciding to capture back here his base point. But yeah, they're really struggling to breach those MG lines here. Already going for another dodge, taking out one MG though. Yeah, Axis really needs that one lucky punch here to get their hands on the VP. But so far really struggling with that. And yet, again at almost 60 minutes, Valstark is really still struggling to maintain like his army at 60 CP, but for now it's working out, I guess, but very barely working out.
The enemy is taking what we have secured.
So might that be the final push here? Rather not. Yeah, almost 100 kills now for the Calliopes in total. I really can't believe that the Axis decided to counter barrage instead of getting units to die. They really want to play the game of attrition here. Even though the Stukas like possibly rather inferior.
The enemy is over
They really play that attrition game here against the Allies. And another Stuka barrage. Or wiping yet again. Another highly vetted Fusilier. Joining his fellow comrades in heaven. Maybe a short review over the stats here. 353 kills here for the LFH player. Very high displayed losses here for Valstark. Val3 really trying to carry the game here with that high kill lead against a very even loss distribution between the Axis players. Katy Variety, okay, yeah, fair enough. Yeah, Valstark is really struggling here. And yeah, to our surprise, playing the Doctrine here, we haven't seen any 120 here in this game. Best decision Allies could make here would have been to land some Calliope to the Soviet player or something. I think that could have been the choice here that far into the game, to land these overs, maybe some units to Valstark, but unfortunately he cannot with the Calliope. Oh, wiping here that free con at the VP. Yeah, it's something I really wouldn't recommend doing at like this state of the game, having to deal with so many Stuka. I wouldn't really recommend like positioning any units in green cover, especially since it's like very crowded and every model like being so close together, the chance of like getting wiped is like very high, so that's a very poor decision here by Valstark. Yeah, the Stuka kills, alright. I think it's not that high so far, 14, 15 and 1 kill, so in total it's 30 kills, not especially yet. KTVO at 47 kills, Vegan JT at 40 kills with the HE barrage. First Jackson out in the match yet. So Valstark deciding to go now for 2 Su-85s. Will this be the final cap of the game? I don't know. It seems Valstark is gonna make it into the video here. Calliope's yet again raining down on the Axis. Yeah, some little misplay here, not repairing the tank. Yeah, I'm not really sure if that is the right decision here, like at a 60-minute game to start spamming those Su-85s, but yeah, to me it really turns out that the Soviets struggles the most really with the misplay in terms of picking this Doctrine here on the map. It doesn't really have the abilities and yeah, doesn't really offer, you know, what is really needed in winning that match. Yeah, Valstark is really struggling with his pick of Doctrine, like to his defense. Oh. 80 taking down with the take aim, increase weapon range ability that Stuka here. Yeah, Tree's really trying all he can do here. Like winning the game is really working hard, but yeah. Yeah, Soviets here, like having 80 Overwatch for anything would have been such a great choice at this state of the game. Yeah. Jackson will be taken out here. It's really unfortunate, like Tree cannot deal with all of this by himself. And yeah, a bandit German here.
We just lost a medium tank.
Valstark choosing to play the SU-85 being like very static as well in terms of the slow speed of the tank counter. Not able to help his teammate in any means, so this might be it, I'm afraid, for the Allies. Yeah, I'm afraid that's it for the Allies here.
Just got a report of an infantry unit
Finally,
being wiped out.
Axis securing that
The
win,
capture
I
point is under
suppose.
attack.
Yeah. Might be able to I won't be able to decap again. So I guess that's game here. And since it's a plus 1 hour game here, let's have a little look at the performance of some units in the game. JT having 17 kills overall. Not that far off reaching that 5, so great place here in terms of keeping that unit alive. 59 kills here in total for the KT. Draw a surprise. LFH, 57 kills. Not too bad. Then we have the Calliope's with 54 kills here and 60 kills, reaching much more than 100 kills, like 114 kills in total. Very impressive. Even the MGs at some rather high kill count here. Tree very good here at keeping both alive for the game, especially that free AT gun here. I think possibly never got decrewed in the entire game, while being acquired very early on. Yeah, in terms of, well, I guess this conscript managed to survive the entire game as well, being at 31 kills. Yes, and I guess possibly another Fusilier here, 28 kills, though probably that one was rebuilt at some point, yeah. So Stuka at 0 kill, 1 kill and 14 kills in the end. Alright. Let's quit the game and have a look at the overall statistics. Yeah, Soviets really struggling to get into the game. Like the Soviets really not into the game at any point of the game. Always losing units, which like quite pushed him back in being able to manifest himself. So yeah, really unfortunate for the Allies here and for Tree especially that his teammate couldn't manage to get into the game even past 1 hour. So it's quite sad, but it is what it is. And yeah, at least he was leading here in damage lead, but yeah, not by much. Yeah, stats very dominated by the high losses. Quite balanced, good KD here for Tree, playing rifles and support weapons. Yeah, obviously a very great KD here for the blue OKW player. Alright, let's have a look at the army value, and yeah, as foretold, Soviet player really struggling to get into the game at like any point of the match, while Tree was trying to carry the game, but yeah, very struggling with defections and the options he got, and yeah, the CP cap, I would say. On the other hand, yeah, OKW also a little bit of struggling here, obviously with Tree, but yeah, in the end, they managed to double down and win the game. So, fair enough. Since this was game 1, we'll go straight into game 2, I hope. No, it's still available, you know. Let's see. I guess not. We probably have to ask. I know this. Yes. Alright. Guess the other team hosted. So let's get into the next game. I really hope Valstark can manage to show like some better gameplay here, like some high SCP. Maybe now he will come back stronger with the access. And yeah, as I said in the last match, both teams rather worse with allies and access mirroring each other, so basically it's similar skill level in terms of the teams here. Between Valstark are rather better with allies and the Chinese team rather better with the access, so quite funnily mirroring each other yet again, so we might be able to see another very close game here. And a very even match overall. Man. So, yet again, the Chinese team with a clear game plan. No 80 Overwatch chosen after a +1 hour game on Alliance of Defiance. Yet again, rather trying to aim down on an early win here, going airborne troops tactics. On the other hand, infantry company though, rather trying to counter here the late game, possibly of the Axis, especially OKW with its possible very forward tiers, right? Or like any LFH. Yet again, Axis not really capping early on the ammunition. On the other hand, this time the Chinese team going straight forward for the ammunition. Nice hiding here of tree by the house. Thus really being able having the control here over the fuel. Surprisingly. The Chinese player really going for that. No, he's not even going for the flanks or for the decap at all. Like they're really not going for the fuel here. Rather deciding to go to the middle here, to my surprise. Flanking the MG42 here, so I guess they decided to possibly play around the other fuel, I suppose. Now there's no commander bans in this cup. But you won't be able to use Commander twice in any matchup, unless in the game of 5. Of the best of 5. But this will be a best of 3.
Get fire on that infantry!
Okay. So now the Soviet player finally going for that fuel. Stucker really strong here with the Oster. Getting early on a really good grip here on the map. Very good MG42 utilizing here. Cutting off the US player, which is so far very, very struggling. With Oster, and to my surprise, going for their 3 rifles first. Not tacking yet. Any lieutenant or captain as well. Quite struggling with the maintenance of his manpower. Yeah, so far not doing that well with the KD as well, but overall rather lower casualties. On the other hand, the Soviet even furthermore struggling here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna upload that to YouTube as well. Alright. Yeah, the US really struggling with that MG42, even though being able to scout it out and block it off, sitting in green cover, still managing to get suppressed here by the rifle. We're now forcing the retreat, so finally the Allies being able to get their hands here on the fuel. But yeah, the damage is already quite done. As you can see here on the Allied fuel income, there is quite a decisive difference already in this matchup. But who knows? Maybe Allies will be able to punch back here. Overall, in terms of VPs, it's quite even yet. Not that much damage done yet. Soviets obviously rather blobbing around because of the cube here. 4 kills yet. But yeah, the Soviet player really having some issue here with the bleed. KD being now at 13 to 26. Use FNO doing better yet. But yeah, struggling probably now for quite a while with the 222. We're having definitely some reserve manpower here to require an AT gun, I guess. But to my surprise, he's not really going for that AT gun yet. Yeah, nice flank here of the Chinese player here on tree. Oh, decreasing excess resource income for a moment. Yes, like coming in. Yeah, it will be quite interesting to see if the flag will be as good as the flag in the last match. Alright, we're having Elephant Tank Destroyer here. Which is yet again quite funny pick, since there's no heavy tanks or anything closely related to this in the Allies, so not even a T-34-85. So it's a very early, unnecessarily pick, I would say. Might expect here the ISU of a Soviet player, even though there is no indication for that. We're getting the wipe here on max range. That's quite fortunate here. And in return, taking down the 222. Overall a win for the US player here. Yeah, the Soviet player really struggling here with his own green cover. And the flag on top. It seems to, the game seems to go quite similarly like in the last match. Quite effective in dealing with his opponent here, which is, though, in this match the other player than the one he faced in the last game. Well, player struggling in the last game here with USF being quite effective so far against Valstark. At least quite even for now. Maybe full-up ground attack here. The US? Nope.
75mm howitzer standing
No
by
attempt
for orders.
here.
Points are down to 300.
Yeah. Now the VP train is really coming in here. Yeah, not looking good here for the Allies. Moving over the ATG here. Yeah. Probably the Soviet player already regretting his choice of the doctrine.
A capture point is under attack. We're taking effective fire. Get eyes on target.
No ATG here. Follow up.
We lost a gun crew.
Gun crew lost. AT going down to the Gran. Yeah. This player really struggling here. Trying to help out his teammate. On return, losing the control over the fuel. Yeah, T-70. Yeah, could be a possible choice here, but no T-70 quite yet. Would be also quite a late T-70 at minute 11. Maybe player deciding not to go for the T-70 here. Being very scared of a possible very early P4 here, maybe from the Oster player. Cavalry really investing heavily on suppression. It's really struggling with the SVTs and defending against Volksfriendlies. Not really highly investing also in those incendiary rounds, thus being able to push back the Soviet player yet again. Another incendiary grenade here being used. Quite odd engagement here from the flag. Yes, taking down the AA. Very well played with the smoke and the ground attack. Huge loss for the US player. Quite a misplay here as well. But also were executed from tree. What do we have here? Su-76. Very desperate call here. In fear of the OKWAN. Yeah, it's a not too bad call here. Allies are in quite a desperate situation, so in such cases Su-76 can be a very good tool to stay in the game here. But yeah, it's a rather desperate investment overall.
The enemy has
Losing the
silenced
Zis
one of our
gun.
anti-tank guns. Enemy forces are attempting to capture our territory.
Quite unfortunate here for the allies. Soviet players struggling so much with the OKW. And since the AA is gone from the US, having no tools here in holding back OKW and pushing in, losing that Volksgrenadier here, which is still a rather unfortunate trade here. Losing a unit for another one for the OKW,
We are losing
but in the
territory.
end, not losing a unit here for the Soviet. Very desperate attack here. Could have actually killed the SU 76 with the AA.
Supply half-track is in action. Standing by for setting of command post.
What's very different to my surprise is in this match. Last match we saw very heavy investments of the allies in terms of suppression by AA and MGs. Thus so far in the mirror match there hasn't been like any MGs here at all from the allies. But in the contrary, investments into indirect fire here. Getting 2 mortars in total plus the Pack Howie. But thus, to the contrary, very struggling with the Axis infantry forces, really pushing deeply into Allies territory here, on the Allies side of the map.
We lost an infantry unit.
Yeah, he was really struggling with ammunition. Losing another unit. Losing a T-gun as well. Looking not good here for the US. Ever since he lost that AA, it's like not looking good at all. Was it your surprise? No more to half-track,
Overrun.
which should have been the contrary to the Calliope doctrine here with the M19, the rather purpose of choosing this doctrine over the other. Getting those mortar half-tracks out, but yeah. Quite misfortunate usage of the doctrine here yet again. This time for the allies, yeah. Same like the missing usage of the 120 in the last game. So it's struggling with the Zis gun now. Very good Kuba usage here of 3. Spotting and pushing and decapping. Yeah, it's looking very bad here for the allies. No resource control at all. Getting more and more SU-76
Rear
out.
echelon squad ready for action.
3 probably going straight forward for that Katie here. Yeah, it's very desperate here from the allies, unfortunately.
Battle promotion.
Also good usage here of the reconnaissance overflight since the AA died. Yep, here we have it. Panzerwerfer taking down 2 support weapons with his first barrage. Quite fortunate, quite lucky, if you ask me. Directly pushing in with the bomber. Trying to go for the D-crew again. Seems Valstark is really getting his revenge, you know, in game 2. AA taken down possibly. No. Unfortunately missing the ground attacks. Trying to finish off here the mortar. Yeah, the US really suffering with it. Fuel. Getting out his first squad at the 20-minute mark. Yeah, it's looking quite good for the Axis. Yeah. Yeah, first MG, yeah. That's also what's very surprising me. The Soviet player going for the very early on gameplay airborne troop tactics, but never acquiring a Dushka in the early game, which is just another unit for quite low resource amount, which is very strong also against the AA in terms of the AP rounds, but just not willing going for it. So really suffering by that AA here, and also really suffering with those heavy, steady blobbing OKW pushes. That's, I think, quite a misplay here from the Allies as well, and from the Soviet player specifically, yes. And all the desperation getting out the third Su-76 to keep afloat in preparation of the possibly incoming Haiti, which now joins the battlefield. Yeah, we can only deal now with the Dushka against the Ogres. And yeah, somehow for now, possibly the second or third time, Allies being able to get their hands on both the VPs. Still not having any excess over the fuel. Boombear already on 15 kills. Panzerwerfer on 9 kills. About to shoot again, possibly here in this area, yes.
Our opponents are seizing the sector.
Taking out the Scots, oh my god, like this Bertha has been so far very lucky, even though like the center of the ability being chosen is here, he managed to kill the Scot over here, which is very, very fortunate. For a US player, getting also very unlucky on top. Having 3 AT guns already. Not losing though the second AT gun here. Yeah, Su-76 not joining the fray on the other side, but rather maybe possibly going this side and hope, I don't know, to deal with the AA, which is now getting moved over here to the fuel, or actually to the center, since Su-76 revealed themselves, obviously. I wonder what the next unit will be. Tree's gonna go for possibly a Stuka, I guess. So far, like, in terms of CP usage, very strong army. Valstark even acquiring more units yet. Being very, very strong into the game. And yeah, the US very, very struggling with the situation. Score is 1-0 for the Allies in this match, which are quite struggling here.
Light gun carrier tank ready.
Next Panzerwerfer barrage coming in. Wiping straight away the Eklon.
Wiped out.
Like this Werfer is really effective this game. All the rockets really fortunate hitting the enemy. Always wiping something. Alright, another Scott here for the US player.
We're down to 75 goddamn points.
Forcing a retreat of the MG. Valstark going for the dive here. Possibly taking out the Scott. It's not following up though. Oh. Katie getting snared. Rockets incoming. Yeah, taking down the Katie here as expected. Also taking down the SC-76 and existence one. Oh. AA going down, surprisingly. Probably misplay here by Tree, sending it to the enemy base. And yeah, by being able to take out the Panther as well. Cannot connect, can't connect the last shots here with the 18-8 from the conscripts, but yeah. Can they come back from this? I kinda doubt it, I'm afraid. Yeah. We're getting a bit overconfident here. Alright, Allies have the initiative now. Well, not being able to get off another snare here on the bomb barrel, based on the lack of ammunition. Allies very low on VPs. Getting their hands on now though, on the other VP here, on the far right side. Alright, let's see, next bit of a barrage. This time not being able to secure a wipe. For the first time, I'm afraid. Might wipe, yeah, decrew another AT gun. Just coming back. Securing the VP. Soviets struggling and decapping the middle. Actually moving out of the VP. Just by mistake. Giving the Allies some time to start another attack here at the center. Oh, grenade, grenade. Oh, very perfect bundle grenade. Almost wiping a squad here. Very well executed by Tree. Bomber going in quite aggressive, without any support here. Whoa, taken out by the SU-76. Yet again, allies really struggling. Down at 16 BP.
We just lost a unit.
Valstark here barraging his own infantry.
75mm gun carrier. Pull everyone back. We're down to 10 points.
Another Scott rolling out. Can they turn the tides? Ooh. SU-76 going down here by the Panther. The Roketten. They gotta go in now. It's now 11. No, it's not looking good. I guess that's game. That's game, yes. In the end, the Allies almost managed to come back here. But... no, it's not over. But it should be over. Yeah, they cannot decap this, but yeah. Strange lag here. By the game, I guess. Very, very strange. Alright, any interesting stats? Kubo, Vet4 at 4 kills, Obus 25 kills. Fox Radius at around 20 kills. I suspect both of them. Bren at 33 kills. Berth at 19 kills. Nothing too special, I suppose. In the end, the Soviet went for the MGs, but unfortunately quite too late. Like Howie having some impact with 17 kills here. Infantry doing rather quite poorly overall. Yes. Alright, yes. Soviet KD actually not as bad compared to the last match, but not that good as well. But yeah, since of the lack of support weapons like suppression, very struggling with the map control here in this match, I guess. Same for the US player. Really, I guess, making the difference here in the end with a rather poor performance compared to the US player in the last match. On the other side, yeah, Valstark doing a great job here. Getting his personal revenge on the Chinese team. And yes, Tree also very solid. Very solid, especially in terms of map control. Overall army value. Soviet player really struggling, especially since he never went for that early Dushka drop. No AA, no light vehicle at all, which really didn't help him with like getting any access in terms of map control and resources. On the other hand, Tree and Valstark rather investing well early on. The US also investing very early, very well, but not being able like to lift after Soviet. Yeah, that misplay with the AA. Unfortunately, quite costing him the game. And yeah, since the huge like disadvantage, I would assume based on the fuel, very struggling to get into the game at all. Yeah. US, especially with rifles, is really dependent on any given tools coming in by ammunition and fuel, so yeah. Without that not being like able to get into the game, I'm afraid. Okay, so we're having a ace game here, since it's a best of 3. So I guess I'm quickly just gonna restart the game. For no bug splats. And then let's see, they are already into the 3rd game, in which we will have a different map. And I would quite assume the French team deciding to pick Axis over Allies, since they're gonna have this time to pick for that. Because in the first matchup we have just witnessed, right? The Chinese team being able like to pick Axis for themselves first and being able to pick the map. Thus in return now the French team being able in securing the faction for himself. But on the other hand, the Chinese team being able to secure the map pick for himself, so... The question is, can they get their hands on a decent map where they will be able to punch back with the Allies, I guess? Or can they not? That's the question, I guess, for the game 3. That's what I would expect, to be honest. But yeah, we will see. Guess we have to wait now for the game 3. Let me just check out in the Tony chat when they will start. So it seems Valstark team banned map 2346 just about 2 minutes ago. And they decided obviously to stay at the Axis. And let's have a little look at the choices given here. For the Chinese team in terms of the map pick. So we have 8 given maps here, 4 have been banned. So let's see, the French team decided to ban Belgorod, Fields of Winnikendonk, Crossing in the Woods, and Rails and Matter. So given options for the Chinese team are Wolfies, Eindhoven Country, and Elst Outskirts. Yes, Winnikendonk banned, fortunately. Yeah. We might go for Elst Outskirts or Eindhoven. That's not that bad maps for competitive games, I guess. Yeah, we will see. Or maybe they want to play on a smaller map, investing heavily into indirect fire with the allies. Guess it's gonna take a few minutes until they set up and picked all their doctrines and loadouts, bulletins and such. Scheming what is best for the given map. I guess in the meantime maybe we can take a look at the bracket for now. And the results so far in the cup. at it. Alright, here we have the bracket so far. Chuncho C already yesterday managing to get themselves into the next round 2. Kaiser Squad being able to secure here a close victory in a best of 3, being in the next round. And another Chinese team securing a win decisively to the next round. And yeah, 3 teams here yet in the loser bracket, and match we are following right now is this one. French team here versus a Chinese team, being on 1-on-1. Well, this team is gonna join here in a best of 3 loser round 1 against this Chinese team. And right now there are also other games played out. For example, those 2 teams are also still playing. Maybe I'm gonna cast those matches later, because it's also 2 very strong teams of very even players, so there could be some very interesting matches, maybe a best of 3 as well. We'll see that. Yeah, so far I don't have any idea of those matches, which should play out today as well. Yes. So far most of the games all best of 3. First best of 5 being played out on the 7th of December, as you can see here. And also in the loser round 5, I guess. Alright. I can show the rules as well. It's the map pool with the 8 maps. Exactly, and for the Game 3 here, Team 2 banning the 4 maps, displaying in the match we are following right now, the French team, which has chosen the Axis over the Allies. Yes, Team 1 being able to choose the map now, hosting a lobby, that's what we are waiting for. And on the other hand, Team 2, the French team, selecting their individual factions, etc. first, and their position, with Team 1 following up later on. So at least the allies are gonna have the pick here on possibly countering the enemy team with their faction positioning. On the other hand, the French team being able to secure their favorite side of the map. Alright, I guess in the meantime we still have to wait. Seems the others just finished their match. I guess let me just gain some information about the other teams. Alright. Seems they are about to start the game. So there will be a 3-minute delay. So we gotta wait for that as well. I guess we're still trading out the location right now. Alright. Guess we're starting now. Definitely not this match. Yeah, casting tourney, yes. Not casting your game, Solid Snake. Maybe another time, right? Okay, here we have it. Final best of 3 match. Map being chosen is Eindhoven. I guess the Brit player is gonna be facing OKW. So they decided for a different strategy this match, since in the last game they haven't been able to do very well with the US against the Axis. So let's have a look over the doctrines, I guess. We're having 3 with elite armor yet again, possible breakthrough and overwatch. And Valstark, Storm Doctrine, Jäger Armor yet again, and Spearhead Doctrine. The other side, I guess, the very same Soviet player being able to play out, maybe this time, the ISU. 80 Overwatch, or yet again Airborne Troop Tactics with SVT cons on the open here at Eindhoven, right? And for the Brit, we might see commandos actually in the castle, which can be very sneaky here around the cover, hiding literally anywhere. More commandos with the forward logistic glider, or more commandos. So it's definitely gonna be commandos, I hope. In the castle, no assault sections. Maybe also supported by strafing support. So maybe this game will be the first time in this matchup we will actually get to see some skill planes. We'll see. Alright, tier 1, MG42. Quite what I expected. Fox Grenadiers yet again. So far, so possibly no Fusiliers. And there's a lag. That's quite odd. Hopefully the lobby didn't crash or something. Alright, here we go. Oh, it's lagging again. It's very strange, I guess. So we'll play going for conscript, so...
Engineer standing by.
Yeah, nothing I can do about that right now. Let me check, maybe something crashed in the game. Okay, no indication about that. Guess it's not starting up again. Probably we have to restart spectating, I guess. I'm afraid. Let's try again. Hopefully nothing is wrong with the lobby. Yeah, I guess someone had a disconnect. It's quite unfortunate, but better in the first 3 minutes than any later, because any later disconnection, drop, whatsoever will result in a defeat. So... Right. So we will have to wait and see again. For about 1 minute. Let me just grab some water and then we will keep going. Alright, as you can see, there has been actually a change of the doctrine here. I'm not sure if that is against the rule, to be honest. Well, going straight in for 80 Overwatch. So I guess there was a change of mind in the loadout. Maybe unwilling start of the lobby or something. I don't know. Alright. Yet again, same startup here for Wehrmacht. Actually different startup for the OKW here, deciding to get a Kubo against the very same British player. So we're yet again going for the conscripts. The allies choosing the maps, the map here. Axis, having the pick over the spawn, decided to stick to this spawn of the map, to my surprise. But yeah. Yeah, Brit trying to get control both over the resource and the VP, pressuring the Pioneer.
Get fire on that infantry! What's the flank?
Probably getting out another section here. he's getting a Brand Carrier to counter the Kubo, it seems. Soviet player also floating some manpower, indecisive about getting a 4th con or a Pioneer. Actually, there's a 4th conscript. That's very surprising to me, to be honest. Austria quite classically at 3 Grenadiers and MG42. Alright, so we have Vanguard operations here for the British player, which is not bad of a strong doctrine in the early of the game. Getting quite a late access to commandos with the logistic glider, which is also quite costly in terms of achieving access to the commando. So a bit of a risk. Good play here, trying to force the control over the cutoff. Though not successful. Yeah, Soviet player struggling with the MG, being able to flank it very well. Well, he's losing control over the ammunition.
We are losing a sector.
Free not yet getting his hands on a Raketen. Yeah, so a player probably gonna struggle with maintaining the conscripts, but yet again we're able to get 80 grenades out and healing. Oh, possibly a very good wipe here from Tree. Yes, gets the wipe on the conscript. Maybe gets the cutoff, no. Getting away with the Kubo. Not being able to cut off the allies. Yeah, where's the UC? Very bold move here from Tree. Knowingly, yeah, taking the risk, even with the existence by the Brand Carrier and its superiority over the Kubo. But yeah, he's getting away with it. On the contrary, the British player not trying to get his hands on the enemy fuel for unknown reason. Maybe he's expecting already MG here by the OKW player. He was going first for the flag yet again. Which served him well in the last game. Oh, cancelled the Vickers, going for a sniper in the castle. Yeah, that's very surprising to me, to be honest. Nice flank here from the conscripts. Forcing the retreat of the MG42. Cancelling the sniper. Changing the opinion. We're reaching now very dearly for 18 can. Oh, getting his hands on MG42. As you can see, Valstark suffering a wipe here of a Grenadier, which might result into a very nice comeback here for the Soviet player.
The bunker has been converted.
escorted to an emergency medical
Sniper is
station.
very surprising because the caster side really lacks very good insight. Although you position yourself, it is hard to scout enemy units and it's easy to hide from the sniper literally anywhere behind this. So there's a high risk to get flanked with the sniper from the unknown. And there's a limited usage in terms of effectivity of the sniper inside the castle. Nah, this is a British mine. Yes. Alright, this time we have it. Early Dushka. Mistakes learned from the last match. Dushka should help a lot in securing here the map and helping with fencing off the 2-2-2 here. Also getting the cheap baby AT gun. Brit player really struggling
Water team has arrived.
with OKW. Sadly hitting the mine with the Raketen, only killing one model. And we have a sniper here from Valstark now against the Soviet. Oh, that's a very bold move here. Being a grand down, going for the sniper. It's gonna be really hard to maintain that map control here, if you ask me. So, not a good pick here, if you ask me. Yes. Overall, sniper is not that great of a pick against conscripts. And in addition, being down 1 Gren, it's even a worse decision to make. Yeah, Brit so far rather struggling, but yeah, Soviet plays surprisingly well into the game against the Austria player. They're setting up quite offensive against the Brit. Very like overreaching the capping area here of the cutoff. Connecting the snare and taking out the Bren carrier. Yeah. Small misplay with huge impact. Very well, like, very good team play here of the French team.
Command half-track has been converted into the headquarters building.
Yes, to our surprise, the Allies do know a lot better compared to Game 2. Maybe also because of the faction choice and the map. Alright, counter sniper here. Yeah, okay, that's interesting. British sniper instantly revealing himself, not trying to counter snipe the Austria sniper. Alright, it's like being able to cut the fuel of the Allies again, while Tree manages to get hands on the ammo. Allies very strongly focusing on the middle here. Control of the map, which can lead to very straightforward plays here on the cutoffs. But yeah, rather displayed outcome as being very static here instead. Yeah. A lot of mines here from the Brit. Possibly not intending at all to go for those brand upgrades. Incendiary grenade. MG turning around. Should force retreat the over.
Protect the flank!
Bunch of trenches actually in the map. Yeah, so far the Brits really not having an easy time here. Ooh, but to prove... Oh, yeah, getting control back on the MG. That could have been devastating here for the Allies to lose that MG. Using the AT gun though, not that much better though. Alright, being able to get his hands on the AT gun. Trying to wipe it with the rocket yet again. Yeah, I feel like the Brit player is really lacking the punch here. And the output, deciding to play sniper.
Ready and waiting.
Was being only able to utilize the sniper very well in the middle of the map, rather struggling to hold his own cutoff and the ammunition. Which might turn out to be very unfortunate for the Allies here in the end. Since they will be heavily dependent on those abilities, anti-tank overwatch and the strafing support, thus not like gaining that much of ammunition yet. And on top of that, going for the vehicles, so a very, very defensive playstyle here from the Brit player. Suddenly not deciding to go for any commandos against the OKW player, really lacking their detection against commandos, not having any STG obers available. Vickers suddenly in the last moment being able to suppress here. Yeah, that mine really dangerous. Could have wiped the actually own unit. Taking out only one model of the over here. Quite an early T-34 here from Soviet player.
Supply is looking a bit squiffy.
Getting snared though very straight away. Looking at the KD, the Brit not doing too bad. Overall you could think, but really not doing well with the map control, unfortunately.
Defensive anvil tactics are ready to be used by all units.
So, Valstark is straight tacking for tier 3. Might imagine he's going for early Brumbe again. And yeah, P4J coming out for 3 here. Actually, let's zoom a bit in here. Yes, I mean Sniper's not that long into the game yet, but yeah, pretty not that fortunate KD here. Especially since he deals majorly with Volks Grenadiers and first Jaeger-Light Infantry at 15-minute mark. Yeah, Brits already tacked up all, going surprisingly for Anvil here. Will we see a Churchill? I don't know. Still lacking some fuel for that, but yeah, we will see. Might be going for a Churchill as well. I'm really scared of that Jäger. Now Tree decided to get those sweepers out finally, after having so many casualties based on landmines. Yeah, so far the Allies really utilizing well mining gameplay here. Ooh, getting getting that 2-2 kill, very good. That's a very good kill here for the allies. A fuel catch, alright. 17 minutes into the game, witnessing the first fuel catch of the series. It's a good player, feeling very strong into the game. Getting out the caddy plus a fuel catch to help out the British teammate who's quite struggling with the match so far. Yeah, down to 2 grands again. Getting his hands on a Brumber though. Overall, the VP count quite balanced game so far overall. In terms of the Soviet being quite successful on the open, and yeah, the OKW player being rather successful in the castle. But yeah, as you can see, the Chinese gameplay really focuses heavily on the middle. Quite like defending it very well with a trench, the MG and supportive sniper. Well, the Soviet rather sticks to this side of the map here. And what I really like about the Brit is he never stops to contest with a unit, the far off VP here. It's not that easy to play that out that well. One con might be going down here. Ooh, yes. Yeah, good kill, he says. Can agree on that. Quite a fortunate shot here from the Brumber. Yeah, the Soviet now 1 con down. Unfortunately, not having the manpower to rebuild the con really. Oh no, he does, but yeah. Very struggling with the manpower now. Sense of the fuel catch. First caddy barrage, proving to be very well located. But being rather unfortunate in the kill potential. Could have been way more devastating in the end. And we have a Churchill, alright. Yeah, that's quite interesting. Quite interesting choice, Churchill. I mean, yeah, Churchill should be able to deal well with the P4, but we'll see how the Churchill will do later on. Trying to wipe that Jägerlight. That's not getting away with that. Nice ground attack here from Tree. Maybe AT gun definitely gonna struggle with penetrating the Brumber. Same as the Churchill. Panzerwerfer. Okay, I guess 3 instead of getting a Panther or a JP4 to deal with the Churchill, rather deciding to go for a Stuka or a KT. Yeah, right now allies rather having a good grip on this game. Churchill, very fortunately, pinning here the twice. Twice for us.
Red Army artillery, ready to fire. The enemy still has
Yeah, the question is, can Tree make it even to the KT here any soon? Now he changed his opinion, he's going for the... Oh, he changed his opinion again. He wanted to go for the JP4, but he cancelled the JP4, that's so... So I guess it's gonna be a Stuka or that KT, I suppose. Yeah, surprisingly no attempt to obtain any commandos. So I guess the pick of the Doctrine Valder very based on that Crocodile possibly and the strafing support. Sniper luring AFK in the base.
Someone's shooting us. We've been promoted.
Yeah, maybe he isn't really used to playing sniper. Oh. That could have been a devastating overshot.
Our capture point. They're trying to take it.
Yeah, Churchill, 3 kills yet, quite poorly doing so far. On the other hand, the Bomber obtaining 14 kills already.
Enemy forces are securing our territory.
Yeah. Getting back the VP control here for the allies. Nice barrage here with the bunker bursting. Yeah, sniper in the end being revealed. Straight back to the base. Oh. Well, that could be devastating. Showing the rear here with the Churchill. Alright, in the end though, AT-gun securing the retreat of the Churchill. Actually bouncing here.
Heavy machine gun crew killed.
Actually penetrated once. But yeah, very minor damage here on the Bomber. Oh, an elephant tank deployed. Okay.
Destroyer is ready to be deployed.
Well,
Reconnaissance Stuka, fueled and ready to fly.
I really hope we're not gonna see that elephant tank destroy.
We are losing the
Since
sector.
there is 80 Overwatch. Oh, that's the 80 Overwatch. Oh, very good usage here of 80 Overwatch. That's very nice. Very deep push here with the conscript. Nice snare. Nice 80 Overwatch. Yeah, that's a Bomber down. That's definitely a good kill in the Bomber. On the Cuba as well.
Our Panzers has been destroyed.
Yeah, that could be game here. That could be game here for the Axis, I'm afraid. That's some very tough casualties here for the French team, I'm afraid.
Our opponents are seizing the sector. We must defend our headquarters.
Gets away, barely.
The enemy has broken
Sniper
our
straight
supply lines.
standing into the strafing. That's crazy. Yeah, I would run for my life, but this man has a mission. And the mission is utilize sniper well, full risk. Almost taking out the AA. Oh. Very close here, very close call here.
Ready for action.
Barely surviving, as you can witness.
Keep your heads down. An anti-tank gun has taken the field.
Yeah, the Canadian army is displayed here. Lost the P4. I'm afraid I missed that. He tried. Tree really wanted to get that Churchill here and paid the price. So far it seems that Churchill was the right decision here. Stuka, I don't know. Rather bad decision. Okay, next Bomber out. Lacking ammunition for now for the Rush and 80 Overwatch being cooled down, but available in 5 seconds already, maybe. Snaring, yes. 80 Overwatch, let's go, boy, let's go. Maybe no 80 Overwatch needed, no interest. Probably not aware of having the ability ready already. Yeah, it's probably gonna fall. Yeah, it's gonna fall without any needs of 80 Overwatch. Alright, good calculation here. Yeah, this looks quite bad for the Axis. I'm afraid you can call it game here. Valstark with some very poor decision making here and with some harsh casualties in the end. taking him quite out of the game. On the other hand, 3 possibly a bit too greedy with that P4. And there we have it, I guess. Not looking good here. Barely having any resource income compared to the allies. Yeah. No casualties. Yeah, OKW really suffering here by the lack of AT, armored AT, really suffering, bleeding. Who Stuka? Oh, okay. Someone Stuka for kills. Oh, sniper running towards life, trading. And we have the next strafing support here. Yeah, allies really are narrowing down this game. Almost wiping another AT gun. Wiping the Raketa. The skill plane's luckily not going for the sniper. But the Axis is still believing into comeback. Getting finally the Panther. Yeah, Rufus here to secure the VP. Stuka shooting, yeah, no impact at all. 2 T-34s here, good decision. Valstark are really struggling with anything. Barely able to maintain the army. Struggling in, yeah, a lot with the manpower. Alright, maybe they will try a final push here. But yeah, quite impressive. Allies learned their mistakes from the last match. Yes, changing the faction to British was the right decision here, for them at least personally. So they, yeah, get that comeback here with the Allies coming back very strong with a quite decisive win here in the end. So let's have a look over the units. Sniper here with 26 kills. Not too bad. Both obtaining 7 kills. AA 11 kills, not as impactful as the other AAs in the games before. 5 kills for the Stuka. Obers at 11 kills. Quite rather low kills of the Volksgrenadiers at 11. 1 kill for the Jägerlight, who being into the game for about like, I think almost 10 minutes. Very poorly. Yeah, on the other hand, the Allies 7, 11 kills, conscript 17 kills, conscripts, not too bad for facing an Austere player. Quite good. I guess 120 got decrewed a bunch of times. 14 kills for the Caddy, that's pretty alright. Late 18 kills on the T-34, not too bad, I would assume. Yeah, to the Brit player, the Brit sniper at 27 kills. Very good. Pioneers at 7 kills. Not too bad as well. Yeah. Sections rather performing poor this match still. Yeah. As I mentioned, the Brit was struggling for a while with the game, but supporting well the Soviet player in the middle, and yeah. So in the end, the Soviet was able, with that, I guess, stability of the Brit player in the middle, to take the Aussie player out of the game as well. And yeah, the Churchill at 16 kills. Performing quite well. Alright. Let's have a look at the overall statistics. Alright, so yes, Starker actually having quite a decent KD. Achieving some more kills. Like more kills than the Soviet received casualties. Yeah, still positive, but yeah, in the end, high casualties, not the best KD for facing Soviets. Rather bad overall, but yeah. And 3 in the end, yeah, with a rather poor KD as well, but yeah, quite a deficit here in terms of the casualties of the Brit player, but yeah. Mixed reasons for the defeat, so let's look at the army value. Yeah, as you can see in the end, Allies leading quite strongly. Temporary very well into the game in terms of army value. Valstark, yeah, temporary also into the game, but yeah, suffering very high casualties with losing the Brombear, and yeah, also here with losing Grants from time to time. Mixed feelings about the X players. I think the misplays for the Axis players on both players in the end. Yeah. That would be my resume of the game.